Right, this will be an interesting one. How big we're going to make this, or small? We're going to keep it on 100 for some reason. So let's see how we go with this one. Okay, see, this one looks good. Right, what is it? It says Discover Canada. Sounds interesting. Of course, the biggest city on my list of to-do things is basically New York and some other parts, and also other parts of the US, but I'm sure Canada would be nice, and this is another side of this. Of course, we're working on this side. But yeah, it's really nice pictures. Whoever takes them obviously does a very good job of it. Very good photography. But it has to be for advertising purposes. It has to be really good. Let's see how we've done to make this one look interesting. Stabilising image, please wait. So yeah, that looks interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to work with this. I sort of wish we didn't have this advertising, this written shit in the way. It looks nice without it, but I guess we can't always have it like that. So I'm wondering if we're going to just, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure if we're going to make another one. Going to do another one of this. I'm thinking we should have maybe folded it. So I don't know what to do with this. Just got to make this, keep this machine in play. So now I think we're going to try and maybe push the writing up on the edge. So we're just going to use my camera hand to press the start key to get the scan happening. Let's see if we've improved on it somehow. Okay, let's see how we go. Well, that looks interesting. We didn't get much of it, but we got that part, and that part looks a lot better than that. So now we're going to make an enlargement of this. We're going to enlarge a section out of this picture to make the very best. So we're just going to put that down, and we're just going to we're going to make this come up a treat. So we're going to put this within the, how should we put it? Right, this is the tricky bit. Right. So we're going to try and just take that small area. So we're going to put it probably within the A5 landscape and this A5 landscape. So we're just going to have to just push it a little bit further down so we don't get any nasty looking big borders. So not that there probably wouldn't be any big borders, but I like to be sure of it. So now we're just going to flick it here, and we're just going to set this thing up to print off a master copy. So now let's see if we can make this come up a treat. I'm going to basically set that in the middle. Contrast. Maybe add a little bit. Okay, let's see how this works. Sometimes it's just really nice getting the detailed small area of an image rather than using the whole image. So this should hopefully come up a treat. Hopefully we've got yeah, we've got pretty much what we wanted. Unfortunately, I can still see the border is showing. It looks shit, but that looks really nice. We just got to move it down a bit. So I was right about that. We just got to move it down a bit, and it's a bit crooked. It's obviously a little bit crooked as well. So we're just going to take it down a bit further, so we don't get the nasty looking borders. I hate those borders when they're really large and intrusive. We're just making sure it's a bit straight, using that as our reference. Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully we'll get it right this time, but we've pretty well got it right. We just have to fine tune it. Maybe we could have made it a bit bigger, I'm thinking, but I'm thinking maybe not. So let's see if we've corrected our, I think we have. Still see it looks a bit borderish. It looks a bit more bordery here than it does on this first version. So I'm wondering if we're just going to leave it like that, or I don't know. Just going to leave it like that. We're not going to go totally mad over it. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to. I think we are going to correct that border problem. So we now have to push the border this way as well. So we've got to slide it across just a fraction. So we just got to get rid of that border. I hate borders. I wish photocopiers didn't have any borders. I mean, I remember there was one type of machine that I can remember that didn't have borders, and they were Toshibas. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if all the Toshibas were like that, but I did see Toshibas in 1987 without borders. And now they still have borders. They haven't fixed the border problem. I mean, it'd be nice if we could have true edge to edge or bleed copying. You know, printers call it full bleed when the toner or the ink goes to the edge of the page. The way they achieve it is they print, say, for example, something in A3 size, the big paper, and basically they print it on a special paper called SRA3, which is a bigger version of A3. And then what they do then is they print on that, and it can go further. The ink or the toner can go further, and then all they have to do is guillotine the edges off to the full-sized A3, because it's basically oversized A3, and basically they guillotine it to the edge, and then you get the full bleed effect after the image has been guillotined. So it's a bit hard to explain, but and it looks really good. It's what professionals do. I don't know whether this machine can take SRA3, which is oversized A3, but basically that's how they pretty well achieve full bleed or edge-to-edge printing. So let's see how we go here. Okay, let's see how this goes. Pity about the little bit at the top, which is red. I find that red bit distracting in some ways, but let's see how we go. The rest of the image looks pretty good. Maybe it's not so bad having a bit of extra red elsewhere, but still it would be nice if we didn't have that bright red. But hey, this is a leaflet, or should I say a flyer, and basically flyers have writing on it, so you can't always dodge the writing, especially even. So yeah, let's see if we can line this up nice and neat. Okay, so there we have it. Now that looks a lot better. So there we have it. It's a funny take on Canada.